Jenelle, welcome to Us Weekly. It's so good to have you here in person.
Yes.
And to celebrate something that you've been wanting to celebrate for a while. So you are throwing a divorce party, which I absolutely love. Tell me all about this.
So, I wanted to throw this divorce party because I just, I'm closing a toxic chapter in my life. I'm opening a new one, fresh. And I just want to celebrate it being free and, finding the calm and safety for my children. And I just feel like this is just going to be the next big chapter of my life.
And you're having it at a really fun place.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, the Spearmint Rhino. Why was this the perfect location?
Well, there's beautiful girls. It's a judgment-free zone, and it's glam, it's fun, it's sexy. So why not?
Why not? Yeah. Any fun surprises that are going to happen during this party?
Well, they have a lot of prop surprises for me.
So you don't know what's in store
yet. They don't want me to know.
That's probably the best thing.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Right. Like you said, are any special guests that are coming to the party as well?
I have a few personal people that I invited, and I have one of my TikTok friends that she's going to show up, so that'll be fun.
Very nice. Very nice. I mean, like you said, that you're closing this chapter, this very toxic chapter in your life. How are you feeling about everything?
I'm feeling great because I'm taking the time to heal for myself and taking this time to be alone. And, I've always jumped from relationship to relationship. So I feel like this is the best time for me to finally learn to be alone and tell myself it's okay to be alone and just focus on your kids, and you don't need to always have a man there beside you.
How are you doing that? How are you putting in the work?
Well, it's a lot, but I wouldn't want it any other way because when I was in my marriage, it was it got to the point where we turned into roommates and we weren't co-parenting right, and now I don't have someone over my shoulder telling me how to co-parent or what to do, and it feels really good.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's so hard for people to leave toxic relationships because there's always the pull back and things like that, and the cycle of toxicity.
Yes.
When did you kind of realize? Was there an aha moment for you when you're like, I just can't do this anymore?
Yeah, I think, he cheated on me with his ex-wife, and when those text messages came out, then I was like, that was pretty much the breaking point, and his attitude that he had, putting everyone in a bad mood all the time, everyone was walking on eggshells, and I'm like, I don't have to live like this, and I don't have to stay together just because we have kids.
Right.
And can I do this alone? And it was scary to take that step. So scary. But I did it, and took a little time to get used to, but now I'm enjoying my alone time.
Right? Yeah.
My house stays clean without a man. My bedroom is spotless.
Right. No, definitely. What would you say was the biggest adjustment in those first few months? And were you like, oh, maybe I'll go back because that's what I'm used to? Or were you dead set and be like, I'm never doing this again?
Well, when I first got to Vegas, it was scary for me because I was like, I really don't know anybody here. But I did it, for a new fresh start for my children and the business. It's easier to conduct business there than flying so much. So once I got there, I did have moments where I was like, maybe I should go back to North Carolina. But then I'm like, I remembered how miserable I was there. And I have visited multiple times to check up on my house since. And every time I go back, it's just like, I'm ready to go back to Vegas.
Sure. Now Vegas feels like home for you?
Yeah. I get anxiety being in North Carolina.
Do you?
Yeah.
So probably never going to go back.
No. Maybe to visit and keep my house for that. Because my kids love the beach over there and stuff like that, and our land and riding and all that. So.
What's been the biggest change you've seen in your kids since this?
I think their mental health is just their anxiety level has gone down. They're more expressive with their emotions with me and not afraid to hold anything back because my ex is sitting right there. So they're just a lot more calm.
That's good.
Yeah.
Do you feel that too? Do you feel like you're a lot more calm?
Definitely. Definitely. And it's you're not worrying who are they talking to? If they leave the house, where do they go? When are they coming back? I have no more anxieties or worries anymore. I'm just focusing on what am I going to do for my future. And for once, I'm worrying about me and not what do I need to do in my marriage. It's what am I going to do for my future now? So I think my priorities definitely shifted.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. And do you feel like you're a better mom now too?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Because it's kind of like the saying, unhappy wife, unhappy life. But even if you're not married, it's the same way. Like, if both parents are happy, I feel like that's the best way to raise your children.
Sure, definitely.
Even if you're separated.
Yeah. What's your co-parenting relationship like now?
With
David.
With David?
Yeah.
Right now, I mean, he's called maybe twice in the past year to talk to her. But other than that, we do have custody court pending.
Okay.
So we will go to mediation soon for that. But as of right now, I have sole legal and physical custody.
2 times?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Is that surprising to you?
Yeah, well, it's not surprising to me because he has a son as well.
Okay.
That lives in Florida, and he's never really kept in contact with him.
Yeah.
So I kind of see the same pattern happening, and it's like I had to remind him to contact his son, and no one should remind you to contact your kids. Like, no one should even have to force you to do that.
Yeah. How do you talk to your daughter about that?
She doesn't really mention him much, and I don't talk badly about him in front of her.
Okay.
Because I know that boundary, and I know that's still her dad. That's always going to be her dad. And she hasn't really expressed any interest to talk to him.
Okay.
And she's really just been keeping to herself. She's been telling me to go on dates.
Really?
And I'm like, no, we're going to wait on that.
We're going to wait on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's interesting, though, that she's not really speaking about him, right?
I mean, I find it interesting, but because, she was raised with me and him until she was 7. And, I don't know, maybe I think she bases her opinion off what I think and what I say and who I'm around. And that's why I try not to express how I feel about people in front of her because she always sides with me, which is great. But at the same time, I want her to form her own opinion about people,
She's like your mini-me.
She is.
She is like a spitting image. Like,
she is.
It's amazing. What is it like having that mother-daughter bond?
It's amazing. Yeah, she's my little best friend, and we go shopping together, get our nails done.
Love it.
She makes me go get boba all the time, even though I don't like boba, but still go.
Yeah, good. That's so great. Like you said, you want to be alone for a little bit. Do you have like a time, like amount of time that you want to stay single and just focus on yourself?
I think like if something comes naturally, then that's fine. Like if I'm out one day grocery shopping and someone sees me and we meet, we go on a few dates, we like each other, okay. But I'm definitely going to take things slow next time, no matter who I date. And definitely not introduce them to my kids unless I'm ready and can see that person with my kids in the future,
Are there any like non-negotiables for you?
He has to work. I know that sounds like so basic, but like, oh my God, every relationship I've been in has just been like, I feel like everything's been on my shoulders and I've taken care of all of them. Right. So now it's time for
your turn.
Time for me to be taken care of. And not necessarily like, pay all the bills I have. Just like, no, have a career, have stability, be family oriented, have a sense of humor, a little adventurous. I feel like I've been watching like Love is Blind and Temptation Island so much that I'm getting tips on like, all right, I got a list now.
Would you ever go on like a reality dating show or anything like that?
I would.
You would?
Yeah, I'm up for it now. About a year ago when I first separated, I was like, no, I'm scared. You know what I mean? And now I've been on like 1 or 2 dates in the past year, but then, I was like, nah, I just don't feel like, but I got over the anxiety of actually meeting new people. Yeah. So now I'm up for going on dating shows.
Definitely. Is there a particular one that you would like to go on?
I think if it was like a dating show where like it was me and like I get to choose, or even like Love is Blind, I'm up for.
Yeah.
Definitely. Just to try it out.
Yeah. You said that you got like anxiety about meeting new people. Is that something that's always that you've always had to deal with?
Yeah, because of who I am, of course, and growing up and being on TV, it's like when I initially meet someone, it's like, do they know who I am? And if they don't, when do I tell them? And when I tell them, are they dating me for me or are they dating me because I'm popular on social media?
Sure, yeah.
So it's very hard to meet new people, even just regular friends too. So it's very hard to keep friendships or even start new ones. So that's why I'm like, I need to get over this anxiety and not let it eat me alive and just like what, I'm just gonna be single the rest of my life. So that's why I'm like, no, I need to force myself to go do this.
Yeah.
So I did. I went on 2, and I was like, oh, okay, it's not.
I could do this.
It's not scary anymore.
It's
you know
not
what I mean?
scary anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least like your kids are supporting you and want you to go out and find find a partner if you want to. But like it seems like you're doing the work for yourself though, which is the most important part.
Definitely.
Yeah. Do you want to get married again in the future?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're like,
honestly,
I've been there, done that, check the box.
I mean, I think like when I was younger, I didn't have as many assets as I do now.
Yeah.
So now I look into that as like, it's very important like for me to keep my things. So maybe if I got married in the future, there would be a prenup, but like I would have to date someone for like 5 to 10 years and then get married.
Okay. Yeah. No, definitely.
Because like you just never really know somebody unless you've known them for years. I mean, not even like 2 or 3 years, like a long time.
A long time. How do you think David's going to feel about this divorce party?
Well, I know his new girlfriend's been talking about it all on her Twitter. So, but yeah, I mean, he's probably not going to like it, but who cares?
Who cares? Yeah.
Exactly.
Who cares?
Exactly.
Do you have any communication with his girlfriend or no?
No.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Yeah. No,
definitely not.
Yeah.
Right, but Vegas life is treating you well and the kids are adjusting and it seems like everything is going good.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, they're good, they're happy, and yeah.
Yeah. How's Jace doing?
He's doing good.
He's doing good.
Yeah, I mean, he has his ups and downs, like regular teenagers,
Sure.
but like he's going through life, learning life lessons, and yeah, I've been trying to keep him very private.
Okay.
And I know a lot of people have been asking about him, but it's like everyone's like begging for that information, and I keep telling them like I'm giving Jace his space.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to put a camera in front of his face. I'm not trying to, put all his business out there. I mean, his business has been out there since he's been a baby, and he had no choice. So right now, it's like it's really important for him to just, keep to himself.
Sure. Is he living with Andrew still? Because I know that you said that he wasn't in Florida anymore.
Yeah,
so
he's back at home with me.
He's back at home with you?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that, like how that went for him, or?
Yeah, well, just Andrew, he's had his problems with alcohol. Since since Jace has been a baby.
Okay.
So that was the big contributing factor, and Jace like just really needed to see it for himself, but then I thought he changed and he didn't, and then we found that out, and Jace came back home, and Jace is like, I want to be back home.
Yeah.
So
I'm really
Jace
sorry.
is home.
Okay.
And he's doing fine.
He's doing fine.
He's enjoying summer at the house.
Good.
So.
Yeah. But I'm sure that was a bit of a disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? The time had to come where, he met his dad, and he did it. And he sees the true colors that I've been saying for years, but Jace didn't want to believe me or my mom, so.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that he's back home and doing well and enjoying the summer.
Yeah.
And he seems like he has a really great support system in you.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. I mean, what is it like? He's about to be, 16?
Yeah. He's about to be 15.
15.
Yeah.
Okay. So, oh my God, isn't that insane?
Yeah.
Right? Like, you were a mom to a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
How did that even happen?
Yeah, no, he's like, he's so much like, it's just crazy because time has flown by, literally flown by, and he's turned into he went from a little boy to a young man like overnight.
Right.
Yeah, it was super crazy.
Yeah.
But no, he's a big help around the house. Like he wants to do good in life, and he's really into dirt bikes and fixing them and four-wheelers and stuff like that. So maybe he'll be a mechanic. We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah. Endless possibilities.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are things with your mom?
Good. We talk from time to time.
Okay.
But like not every day.
Not every day.
Yeah.
Is it good to have that distance?
Yeah. I definitely think so, because it's just I can only handle her in doses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. But it's good that you've figured out what works for the two of you then.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
definitely. How are things with obviously Nathan, a lot of legal issues and things like that. How is your co-parenting relationship with him?
So Nathan, he hasn't seen Kaiser in like 2 or 3 years, and as everyone knows, he's been in and out of jail, and he's in there now. So it's like he hasn't called from jail to talk to Kaiser. No communication really. Yeah. So I don't know if that's because he can't, or I don't know if that's because he chooses not to. or maybe he's embarrassed to let Kaiser know because I haven't told Kaiser, and Kaiser hasn't asked.
Sure.
So I try to keep the adult problems like away from the kids because they will get anxiety about it and take it to heart. And Kaiser is very sensitive; he takes things to heart.
Yeah. Is it hard to be in the public eye and shield them from so much?
It is, definitely, especially because Jace is getting older, and now it's like he's dealing with who, like I was talking about earlier, who can he trust, who can he not trust, because kids notice him from the show.
Sure, yeah.
Like at school.
No, that's got to be really difficult, I would imagine.
Yeah.
But like I said, you're doing a great job.
Yeah. I'm giving them all the warning signs, and, prep talking all of them since they've been about like 8, since Jason's been about 8. I'm like, listen, when you get older, you got to watch who you talk to.
Sure, yeah, definitely. Do you miss reality TV at all?
I do, but I'm glad that I'm having this break to kind of like reorganize my brain and like figure out where I'm at in life and what I want to do next, because I'm up for more reality TV. It's just, I think Teen Mom is a closed chapter.
Sure.
And I would like to do other projects.
Yeah. Kind of speaking of closed chapters, there have been rumors that maybe the show would be canceled or spin-offs with the kids and things like that. What's kind of your take on that? Do you feel like that chapter should be closed on Teen Mom?
Well, I think having a spin-off with the kids is probably pushing it a little bit too far at the moment because they're minors.
Yeah.
And we had the choice to be on the show or not, but ultimately it was up to our parents. And I feel like that you should be able to make that decision for yourself, but you can't until you're 18. So I feel like maybe when they're 18 and they're up for it, then, more power to them. But like right now, I think everyone needs to take a break.
Take a break. Yeah, definitely.
It's been a good break for me, in my experience,
Going back, do you wish that your mom had said no?
I submitted myself, so no.
Right, yes.
Other girls, their parents submitted them, but like me, I submitted myself.
Sure.
And I feel like that, teaching everyone the life lessons that I went through as I was going through them also taught everyone else without them having to experience it.
I feel like probably people ask you all the time, if you can go back to day one, what would you tell yourself? What would you do different? But what would you?
I would say, hang in there and everything's going to be okay, because I didn't know where I was going to be in the future, and I was like so worried and scared like how my life would turn out when I was in all that trouble back then when I was a teenager. And I think like I've like seen where I've came from is just like makes me happy.
Yeah. Do you check in? Do you watch anymore ever to see get some updates? Yeah.
I don't. I'm into like 90 Day Fiance.
So good, right?
Every single different spin-off they got.
Sure, totally. Yeah. But I saw you and Farah are on good terms, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You reached out. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Why did you decide to do that?
Oh, well, she was in town, and I saw she was in town, so she was like, you want to catch up for dinner? I said, sure. So we sat down and, had drinks. I mean, she had mocktails and I had cocktails. So it's great that she's sober and like she's, very level-headed right now.
That's so great. Did you ever think that the two of you would be sitting down over drinks?
No, because I was like, I feel like a lot of people do this to me too. They judge me based off when I was 16. They still think of the same person, but I'm 33. And I was like, I need to give her the benefit of the doubt to see if she's changed.
Yeah, and she has.
Yeah, she has.
Good.
Yeah.
That's so good. Well, it seems like you are in such a great place. I hope you enjoy that divorce party tonight and enjoy all these surprises that are in store for you, because you deserve it.
Thank you.
And I wish you nothing but the best in your next chapter.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
I
appreciate it. Yes, definitely. Thank you.